Hey guys, Chris from Tillman Family Farms. It's a market Saturday. We are fully stocked. We picked up meat last week. We processed birds this past week. Jams, jellies, eggs. We got all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna take y'all along with us to the market today, show y'all how this thing's done. We're here. It's time for early morning setup. Got to get after it. Getting it all set up. Price boards up. The eggs, all the jams, pickles, cowboy candy, all this stuff. Got some eggs. We sold a lot of eggs at the house this week. Another cooler over there. Jamie's putting up the banner. It's gonna be a good day. This is what we call the calm before the storm. We get everything set up, and then we sit back and we put stuff on our social media, and we wait for everybody to start showing up. So we get here about 7:15 or so, get everything set up. This market starts at 9, so it's 9 to 12. If you are looking to get into markets, these small pop-up markets like this are awesome. I mean, we could not have asked for a better return. When we started doing this particular one last year, we were the first one. Are you making faces back there?
No, I was smiling at him.
Oh, smiling at them? Oh, so anyway, we were the first ones to bring meat to this market. So it's just been something totally different for us, and this market has turned into a shopping destination for people in this area. They come pick up vegetables, they come pick up canned goods, the jams, the jellies that we do, meats, eggs, all kinds of stuff, and it's been a really cool experience for us here. So
And any lunch option you could think of.
oh
is
yeah,
on
there's
the
so many
bar-
people
on the
cooking.
grounds.
Man, there's barbecue, there's
Jambalaya.
jambalaya, there's somebody over there that's doing
Asian,
tamales,
Korean.
Asian, Korean. There's all sorts of stuff to eat here. I try my best to refrain from eating, but once everybody smells and stuff start floating through the air,
He can't control
I just
himself.
can't stop myself. So anyhow, this is fun. I got my camera stand set up over here, so as soon as we get rocking and rolling, we'll kind of do some video of how it goes once everything starts happening. And I may walk around as long as everybody that I'm stopping and talking to is all right with me videoing. So we'll maybe go down that road in a little while.
Why do you want to go home so bad?
14 even.
The same thing here, the strawberry tea.
Yes.
It's just a small one.
Okay. Do you have okra?
Not yet.
not
We're
yet.
working on it.
All right.
Our plants are just starting to produce pretty good, but
Okay.
we hadn't had an opportunity to get any of it. We will though.
Sounds good.
We have a lot of plants.
Okay. So soon.
$5. Thank you.
All right, guys, so the rain has caught us. So we got everything broke down. We did have a very interesting visitor, Robert Wright from Sidestep Adventures and Old Bird Farm. If you have not checked those YouTube channels out, please go do so. He's got all kinds of great content. He goes around the state or actually not even the state, from what we were just talking about, around our area, looking at historic sites on Sidestep Adventures. And then Old Bird Farm, he is documenting the restoration of his original family's farm. So it's a really cool couple of channels that he's got, and you really need to go over there and check him out. But we're gonna finish getting this stuff broken down, get in the truck, get out of here, and when I get to the house, I'm probably gonna sit down. I'm gonna go over with you guys business-wise how this stuff goes, how we did, how many sales we had, what sold good, and all that type of stuff. So if you're looking to get into a farm business, this would be really good information, so stick around. All right, so it's been a long day back here at the house, and I wanted to I'm not gonna talk any money with you guys, but I did want to kind of go over some of the stuff that we use when we go to these farmers markets. So number one, we use a Square app that allows us to take credit cards from people. It also allows us to enter our inventory, put a price on it per pound, and we can enter those things per pound and all that kind of stuff. Every time we get products in, like every time we process, we'll update it, and when we're sold out of it, we'll mark it sold out. That's also attached to our website, so it all kind of coincides with each other. But that we didn't want to go into this without being able to take payment from people any way that they could give it to us. So that was the biggest reason for the Square. The other thing is that the Square will keep up with and tell you how your sales have been throughout the day, the week, the year, the whole entire, ball of wax. So that's how we kind of keep up with our progress and what we've been doing. So I am going to tell you a couple of things, and this will kind of break it down for you as far as what it's good for and what it's not good for. So today alone, we had 35 total sales. So I'll say it just like our buddy Chuck does. We helped to feed 35 families this week. Good, healthy, humanely raised meats. And they also got some good sweet jams and jellies in there too. So 35 sales. Our top sellers, so we do a big box deal every time we process meat. And that big box deal has an assortment of different things. And it's got a Boston butt in it, it's got ribs in it, it's got a couple of packs of pork chops, it's got some a couple of different flavors of ground sausage. It's got all sorts of stuff in it. So that was our top seller today. Right behind it was bone-in pork chops. Sold a lot of bone-in pork chops. Behind that was whole chicken, and then Boston butts were right behind that, and then hot breakfast sausage kind of rounded out the top 5 sellers for the day. This whole thing allows us to watch week by week and month by month, and it compares it to what you did last year. So it gives you a goal right there in front of your eyes. You can even set a goal for yourself and say, okay, I hope to sell X amount today so that we can surpass what we did last year or this week last month or whatever it was. But it's a really, really helpful tool. That, along with a good market setup, we really feel like has made us somewhat successful. And the only reason that I use the word successful is because just by looking at the numbers in this Square program and us learning from what we did last year and learning from the mistakes that we made, or actually learning from how not to be able to keep up with production, we've made adjustments and we've been able to watch this year. We have already sold as much product this year as we did all of last year. I feel like we're going to come close to doubling what we did last year, which would be fantastic. And it would be a blessing for us because this is something that we can see ourselves doing full time one day. Not yet, we ain't there yet. Jamie's there. Somebody's got to stay here and do all this stuff. Jamie stakes it out, and takes care of everything. But it does give you something to shoot for. The market setup was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So don't skimp on your market setup, okay? We got a banner. It's, in my opinion, it's a good banner. I don't think it's the best banner that I can have, but it does the job. It tells people who we are. You want to have your prices posted very plainly so that anybody can see them. You want to set up regularly, and you want to try to set up the same way each time, because people will notice your setup from afar even if they can't see your sign, and they'll come to you. You know, the jams and jellies, people kind of look at that and they're like, oh, you'll never make any money doing that. You're right, but it's an adder. That's why we do so many different things. So we're doing pork and chicken, and you know, there's tons of different cuts of pork. So the pork, the chicken, eggs, and jams and jellies, and you know, it all just kind of comes together, and it makes for a nice business. And we're not a one-stop shop. We don't sell a lot of produce and things like that, but people come to us week in and week out, and they get their meats and they get their eggs, and then they get their jams and jellies for their toast in the morning. We've got some people's kids that won't eat jams and jellies from the store because they want Jamie's. So it's just a big time plus for us. I don't want to sit here and just ramble on. I could talk about this stuff all day long. My wife says I run my mouth too much sometimes to people, but we appreciate you guys watching, and we hope that you have learned something, or at least enjoyed watching. And if you haven't done so, please go down and like and subscribe. And those two channels that I was talking about earlier, Stepside Adventures and Old Bird, I can't remember if it's Old Bird Farm or Old Bird Farmhouse. Two great channels. Robert is a great guy. He stopped by the market a couple of times to see us, and we can't appreciate him enough for the help that he's done. He helped us out today, shared a bunch of our videos on his channels. But anyhow, we will see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.